I was sad.
Yeah, that is enough. We can't have more disturbance. Disturbance. Maybe I can Google that in a way. Disturbance. Disturbance. It's a lot of disturbance. Pollution of peace of mind. I may be disturbed myself, but if I'm disturbed, something or someone disturbed me. Another word for that is manipulation by disturbance. You can get to think that all the noise that you hear is normal, like the fan here. Don't pay attention to it. Now you pay attention to it. That is kind of a disturbance in of itself. That I made you listen to this noise. You paid more attention to it. In the first place you didn't mind it because you only saw me. So I was the disturbance in order for you to focus on the right point, or wrong or whatever, rather than to listen to what the noise is in the room. Even when it was silent, you didn't pay attention. You were waiting for my voice in order to hear what I have to say. If that is so, I must be very interesting guy to listen to. I can calculate that. It's more or less for you important what I say, if you dare to listen or have time to listen or bother to listen, or just wait every day. You have to put on the YouTube and listen for half an hour, and you know this man will talk like as he is paid to do. I'm, by the way, not paid to say anything. No one paid me anything, even though people have accused me for being paid by Mossad or the Israeli government, propaganda ministry, or the like, but that is laughable. Who would think that my level of intellectual capacity or verbal ability are able to have some interconnection with Mossad or Israeli government? That is beyond anything. I know a guy that lies throughout his mouth. Whatever he says is a lie. And you can't really trust this guy because he's lying all the time. So why bother arresting him? Just listen to what he have to say. He's made up stories. And that is a good way to disturb people from knowing the true fact about me, you, himself. After cleaning, I have been a little bit hungry. So we don't mind the food we are eating. I was just so hungry. In order to lie, it's a disturbance to hide and protect or cover up wrongdoings. That is a good disturbance. It's a camouflage. A camouflage is not the real thing. If you want to blend into something, you change yourself. Or hide behind the bush. So the bush is becoming a disturbance for everyone that doesn't really recognize what is there. Like someone is acting as a plant in the street or beside the building. So I immediately start moving. And the plant is acting as the plant is going to attack the bypassers. It's quite funny, and we laugh at it, of course. And that is how they disturb, by scaring off people that think they are either a gorilla, a plant, or something very vicious. People that lie, people that make disturbance, like when you are in a quarrel, they want to disturb you because they are acting as victims. It's their way of turning something that they should reflect deeper over, but they act as victims or aggressors. They act as they are very dangerous or whatever. They are hiding behind a mask, like we think of some organization members that cover themselves with leather skin, hats, big beard, and tattoos. I think that that is just a masquerade. Disturbance, masquerade. I would like to write that too. Masquerade. Masquerade. I think it's disturbance and masquerade. Masquerade. You would think that this masquerade, you see on the Tivoli or some exhibition, they wear different kind of clothes that is common to mainstream people. They act differently than mainstream people. Disturbance and masquerade. The Tivoli, they have jokers. Bob Dylan is singing about the Joker and the thief. Joker and the thief. Let me Google that. It's the It's Bob Dylan that made this, I would believe. I believe so. Singing about the Joker and the thief, and the Joker could be a good way of a masquerade. Thief is someone that is hiding until what you have is gone. That's a thief. People that steal away not only items which can be replaced, it steals people, capture them, and they have no resistance to the thief that threaten them of their lives. They capture people. They hid the people in cabbages in the ground. They are villain of humanity. The people that are stealing, they are villains. They have the same ancestry as the snake. The snake in the garden with Adam and Eve hid himself as a snake. It was a masquerade. It was a lying thing. Even though the fact that what the snake said is true. You will be enlightened. But that is the death of us. If we know, we will die. On that day, we will die. The tree of knowledge. The masquerade is a disturbance for the real you. And I don't know why people are masquerading themselves. Mascara. I don't really know. It's as if they want to hide the true self. It's just a disturbance. For me, it's not appealing. It have no sexual appeal. It have no attraction. Of course I get appealed, of course I get sexually motivated, but in the degree of a clown, you don't get motivated sexually. You get maybe a joke out of the masquerade because he or she is overdoing it. Everything about the person that personate a clown is masking to the degree of a laughable person into not being able to be recognized. It's a pity, it's a downfall of the humanity. A clown is a skeleton of a human being. A clown is just a surface area which people are attracted to see. The eyes are attracted to this odd, strange figure of a person. But underneath there is a crying, lonely person. It's always this clown that is crying, with a crying face. Yet he is acting as a big smile. It's behind him. And what do we do when we come together? Are we crying? Are we feeling lonely? Are we acting someone else? You see, many friends corrupt. You get hostage. You get captured. by all the lies that is there in the high sophisticated layers of the society. There is so much sin of lies, sin of masking, distorting, changing the reality. They think they have the clue, the knowledge of changing the truth. But it is a totally different thing that is happening, that is going on. Everyone in that community is a lonely, crying person. I'm sorry to say, that is a fact. Wouldn't think of them as someone that feels good. No one feels good in company. When everybody have to act as something, I always opposed it. My father said you have to wear a trouser, not a shorts. It was just going out to eat dinner at a restaurant. Yet he said you have to wear a trouser, not a shorts like you want. And I said, why? Why is that? Why do you dictate me on what I want to wear? I'm a grown up now. I can decide for myself. No. Take the consideration to your mother. He used my mother as a scapegoat for saying such a horrendous thing. And I said, my shorts is clean. My shirt is clean. So what is your problem with it? No, if we are going out, you have to take trousers on. Ah, but it's so hot. Mombasa is the hottest place on the world, on the earth, on this globe. Even though it was evening, and I was just humiliated by my dad. Humiliated. And of course, he was acting according to the rules of the society. And more people does not do that. Of course, among the people that bear some social status, they do that. They are very picky on who they are together with. As someone said, we pick our friends in a very critical way. Okay. Your friends is non-friends to me. That is for sure. None of those friends that was together with this false, disturbed person that masquerade himself behind all the disturbance that he can make. And I felt very odd together with him. This kind of a masquerade, for me, became a clown, crying from inside, hiding his pride in a way, because on the other side he could cry honestly, saying that he was hurt, that in a way he rejected everyone that told him that he was hurt. They were hurt. And he wouldn't act as a victim, even together with his closest people. So that is a very pity story. And I think maybe the environment have dictated him in that poor way. Of course, there are codes, regulations in the high society, as I see when they are playing snooker in the World Snooker Tournament. They have dresses. It's a dress code. And they can't wear something different. It's a code here, and you have to abide by those, even though even the codes have nothing to do with the game. I can understand some codes in football because it is the dress code of the league, of the football group. Have the same color. I can understand that. But every code, beside those that are really important, like the official police and military, needed to be seen as representing the official state or official team, something like that. Other dress codes out in a restaurant. When you are visiting a restaurant, you are removed if you don't have a tie, for example. If you don't have a certain dress, black or suit or something. It's a pity. It's really saddened me when such codes are applied to free people. I hear in the African schools, the most important thing seems to be the dress code. What a brainless, non-argument, non-point rule. And poor people have to abide by those. If not, they can't send their children to school. That is the school system in Africa. I grew up some years in Kenya. I just felt so sorry that those children had to, I think they were proud having that nice dress, of course. It's I don't dispute such likings, but I really wonder how parents and teachers, if I were a teacher in that school, I would say, why do we abide by such a stupid, idiotic regulation? It's just a disturbance. It makes people suffer. It makes people feel outside, not okay, not good enough. I wonder how people can put up with such a horrendous disturbance in the society that should be free. I'm sorry for you guys that are regulating the society in such a manner that it becomes a big disturbance. It is beside the point. Disturbance of the society is the most important thing we could do something about. We all masquerade in a way or the other, just in order to fit in, to blend in, as they say. They have no pride in themselves. I'm sorry for you guys that you feel okay when you are similar to everyone else. I feel sorry for you that you have to abide by those rules that you don't like. I felt when my dad was saying such a horrendous thing, so humiliated. And that was his standard. What does everyone think of you, you think, Ole? What do you think people think of you? That is a sad story of my life. So every dad or mom should never have this argument stated to their children. What does people think of you when you do this? They are victims. In my eyes, they are victims. Acting as, not as they are losers, but as they are more wise, more educated, more attuned to the high society, which they are not. The high society is, in my eyes, one of the pettiest human beings in this world, because they act according to their status. When I went to the Temple Mount, at the Wailing Wall, so many have the same dress codes. Jews. They are going in ordinary way. I didn't think that Jews were streamliners. It's all a disturbance, my friend. They are so picky about their dress codes that it disturbs the whole point of do the life we are all about. What life is all about. Why do we disturb ourselves or each other from the life of what life is all about? Why is that important to be so minded of what everyone thinks? That is the real disturbance. If you haven't heard that before, you are lucky. I think many have heard that statement said. Suddenly you are aware of, am I wrong? Why am I putting up with people's opinion, which they have not yet stated? It's just a stupid way of manipulating the mindset of children. I was mocked by the teacher in my class when I returned home for a year in the school of Norway. I got a teacher that was I was warned about him, Fossen. I hope not you are getting this, Fossen. And yes, what you know, I got him, and he was spitting all the way, the whole hour in the class, 45 minutes, talking like me, but he was a more excellent talker than me, because he had this years training, spitting and teaching the children, and he picked me at as the lowest degree in the class. People do that. Teachers do that. Teachers that doesn't understand the main goal in life, that are so picky about faults, but they can't handle the truth. It's a disturbance. When you are picky about the faults, you don't mind the truth. You are so slippery slope about the truth. You can't handle it. When you pick on Israel for all the faults that Israel do, and don't see that Israel is fighting a genocidal organization, then you are not minding the truth at all. So the disturbance is a masquerade. The disturbance for people that are so naive that they think they know it all. They pick on people's faults and they don't care about the truth. The fact, the truth, is not for them. Okay, my friends, I've been cleaning out. Soon I'm going to town, and I wish you all shalom today.